What's up, fam? It's Surrender Sunday. Riki, the nomadic actress, here again. I apologize. I have not done any videos in a little while. Life gets in the way, but divine timing is always right? So now is the time that's right. I wanted to go ahead and finish my story from the last time. I was sharing a story about an abusive relationship I had when I was younger, in which I had come to a realization, before I start, hopefully you are all having a good Sunday as well, and that you had a great week. It's good to see you all again, and let's get this going. Let's get it down, baby. Okay. So I had an abusive relationship I was in, and I had a moment, a come to Jesus moment, if you will, when I looked in the mirror and noticed a bruise on my forehead the next morning after a sequence of events had taken place where I was dragged down the stairs by my hair, and outside I was stumped in the head and spit on and everything by a guy who I had loved dearly with all my heart and had been with for several years, about 4 years of relationship. But that next morning, these are the events that took place the night before. The next morning, I had not noticed, from being stumped in the head, I had a very intricate imprint in my forehead. It was a pattern. It was a bruise. It was a shoe print bruised into my forehead. The perfect pattern of a shoe print. It was a Nike shoe print, I remember. And it was just like it had been brandished in there. And that's when I had the realization at that moment, it was time for me to get out. It was time for me to go. I needed to see myself in a different light. I didn't think that I was valuable. I didn't think that I was worthy. In that relationship, I thought that no one would want me. I didn't know my value, my self-worth. All I wanted was for my guy to love me for who I was. I was very okay, think of the word. I was very, I don't know, submissive. I know it wouldn't come to me. Okay, I was very submissive, very compromising, and this is the attitude I had for a long time, and I still, that's just kind of my personality anyway. But I've had a little fire come out since I've gotten older. I won't tolerate certain things anymore. But basically, I was sharing that story to get to this, that that was the moment I had come to realize that it was time for me to go. It was time for me to look at my life, to look at my children's life, my future, and where I really wanted to be with this. I'm here in my van, Butterfly Spirit. I'm working on her, making my own little kind of woman cave, mobile acting studio sanctuary where I can get away as I need, away from family, friends, go on auditions, whatever I need. Sorry, I interject there. A little ADD is that? But anyway, back to the story. I didn't know my value, and for a long time, I tolerated a lot of things in other relationships, a lot of abuse. I seemed to attract narcissists left and right in my life, narcissistic personalities, and I didn't know that a lot of it was just what I had given off. I was a kind, gentle kind of spirit, and a lot of people seen me as moldable, shapeable, bendable, flexible into something that they wanted to make. But looking at my head, I just realized in that moment, in the mirror, looking at that something had to change. Is this what I wanted for the rest of my life? I didn't want this anymore. I didn't want it to be that way. I mean, did it hurt? I ended up going to, eventually leading to a domestic violence shelter, a safe house, where they took in women and children to protect them. from domestic abusive relationships and things like that. So there was a long journey behind that as well. But just to cut to the chase, I just wanted to share that story to say that, here I am today. I love myself. I know who I am. I know my worth. I love me for who I am. I might have depressing days or down days, but I absolutely am in love with me. I did not know what kind of love there was to have for somebody, the love that you could really have for yourself. I didn't realize what that was. But if anybody's going through anything today, I'm trying to kind of not take too long because my phone is kind of getting hot and it might overheat. But if anybody's going through anything today on this Surrender Sunday, if you have anything going on in your life and you see a moment where there's something you're tolerating and that you are accepting less than what you want, something that's not making you happy, something that makes you depressed, that makes you look at yourself less than you are beautiful and amazing. You have no idea how amazing you are. It's just taking me back to that. And I just want you to know that if you learn to see who you are and how beautiful you are, everything about you, you will be okay. In whatever situation you're in, there's always something out there. There's a resource, an ear, a help, something out there, no matter what, that can kind of get you on the steps to moving forward and getting free from any situation, any kind of entrapment or whatever. Don't give up on yourself. Know your worth. Know who you are. Know that you are beautiful. You deserve everything. You deserve love. You are divinely and beautifully created. I did not know the kind of love there was in the world until I learned to give that love. I loved people unconditionally. And when I learned to give that back to myself, Jesus, it was the most amazing thing I had ever experienced. A love of myself I had never experienced. It was like, it was beautiful. And I've had moments in my life where I do slip. I go through ups and downs. I just went through some huge transitions in my life, but at the root and core of it all, I always love myself. I love all my quirks. I've had to learn to embrace my story, embrace all the ugly, grimy, gritty parts, all of the ugly things that that the world will talk about you for, that the world will judge you for. But those are the things that make you a superhero. Those are the things that when you come out of that, you are amazing. When you come out of that, can nobody touch you. When you come out of that, you climb out of that, and you learn really who you are, it's like nothing else. For people who believe in God or the Creator, universe, whatever you want to call it, Source, God, I'm open spiritually. I'm more a spiritual person. I believe in the Creator. Everything is beautiful. God is in everything and everywhere, and even in the ugly things behaviors that people, well, even not in the behaviors. Well, it's technically consciousness and everything teaching you a lesson, but that's another story for another day. But everybody is some kind of divine expression of God, Source, Creator, in my opinion. And if you just learn to just kind of sit with what you're going through, you have to, if we can learn to shift that perspective and really look at our story. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I try to be really careful about telling people what to do. I just try to encourage you to look at where you are and your worth and your value so that you can emerge out of your story the way that you need to, the way that you're meant to, because you have your own divine and unique path. It's not mine, it's yours, but you know your own power, and I want to encourage you to see yourself, to see your beauty, to see that strength inside, that it is there. Your answers are inside, and your help is out there if you need it. Your help is out there if you need it. I have a story. I just recently opened up some of my story of, you know, attempts of suicide on my life twice. I've been in the mental hospital several times as a young adult, battled with depression. I've been entrapped, abducted, sexually harassed, raped, everything. And these are parts of my story. They're on my website, and which I'll be showing with you guys soon. But they're all parts of my story, and I'm not ashamed. My story and my emergence out of that story, my coming out of that, is incredible. If we can see that our coming out of something is our legacy, it's absolutely incredible. We learn to cherish our historic figures, like my ancestors, Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King and Booker T. Washington, people like that. People have made significant impacts on history. They fought out of their story. Their story is what makes them who they are, because of the battle they emerged out of. And I just want you to know that whatever battle you are going through, you have it in you. You are made to come out of that. You are built for it. You can do this, and it doesn't matter what anyone thinks of you. And if you're in the middle of something, you have it in you. You are equipped to emerge. Just have that moment in the mirror to really see yourself. And then you go within and you'll get your answers. And the help is there, the resources are there. So I love you. I love you, butterflies. Get through that story, that metamorphosis. And, you know, we all have to go through that cocoon to emerge the butterflies we're going to be. I'm attracted to blue butterflies. They speak to me in different ways. I'll explain that another time. But I just wanted to get on here and talk about that on this Surrender Sunday. Surrender into yourself so you can see who you really are. Surrender into yourself so you can see, well, how powerful you really are, what was put into you by God's source creator. Surrender into your story. Surrender into your life, your path, your purpose. Surrender into everything that you're going through so you can see it raw, authentic, organic for what it is. See it, look at it, cry, scream through it. Yell at it. Whatever you got to do through it, look at it. Look at it for what it is. And it's okay. Just know that it's okay. That right there is where you're going to emerge more powerful than you've ever been before in your life, than you've ever realized you were. So I just wanted to say that. I love you guys. Surrender Sunday. I'll try to get to you guys more frequently. I'm trying to do this every Sunday. But if things get in the way, please forgive me if I miss a few here and there. But I'm going to keep it consistent until it's a regular thing. I love you guys. I love you forever and always and in all ways. God bless. All right. I don't know. I'm goofy, you guys. You guys will see some of my goofy stuff later. Peace.